Hi everyone, and welcome to IamWealthyandRich.com, another recording video I'm shooting, showing today's figures. My name is Henry Smith, and this organization is called IamWealthyandRich.com. Now, I'm Wealthy and Rich, if you're new to the concept, it's really about using two strategies to increase your wealth. First is your mindset. And we teach people how to develop a wealth and prosperity mindset. That's the first step, developing a wealth and prosperity mindset. The second strategy is the investment strategy, showing how to invest in digital assets. And if you combine the right mindset strategy, which is the wealth and prosperity mindset, and most people struggle from a poverty mindset. And we help show them how they can reverse that, because you can't really build a successful investment strategy if you have a poverty mindset. And some people may not want to admit that they have it, but they do. Just look around, look at your bank account, look at your situation. And if it's not what you would like it to be, then you need to do something about it. It doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means there are a few things that need correcting, need changing. And we can help people make that change, and then wealth creation becomes a lot easier when you have the wealth and prosperity mindset. And it's one thing to talk about prosperity mindset and personal development and all this kind of things. Another thing to apply it to something practical. So something practical, in the real world, to show that you're getting results. So what I've decided to do is to start an investment project, which I started last year, where I basically started from nothing. And, except with the mindset, after developing the mindset, the right wealth and prosperity mindset over a period of time, I was able to accumulate funds to go into investing and then grow the investments. And so what I'm doing now is documenting the continued growth of this investment this year. And just to track it and to show the growth. And because it deals with markets are up and down, but it doesn't matter. We're going to see the direction that the market goes over the next 12 months because of these strategic choices that we've made in investing in these digital assets. So what I doing, like I said, we share our screen and then I document the figures for today, whether they be up or down. And then we do the same thing day in and day out, and you can track it for yourself. But I would encourage you not to wait until it reaches its peak before you decide, okay, now I believe. I'd suggest you start making changes right now. But I'm going to share my screen anyway. Let's see. So screen share. And just go to Excel. So this is the Excel sheet. So as I said, started tracking these a year later. Well, not a year. Well, a year later, shall I say, from February 2021. Although this was started in 2020 last year, and at the end of January, shall we say, we were 106,000. Again, we went from 0 to 106,000. So that was quite an accomplishment. And every day we put in the figures, how the portfolio is performing on a daily basis. And it goes forward, forward, and then we have some days when it goes backwards. And once you have more forwards, it goes forward a lot more than it goes backwards. At the end of the first month of tracking, it's 35,860, which is a 35.7% increase. So we know we're going ahead, and I challenge anyone to try and get that from the banks kind of return. So we continue, and it's going to continue growing. So we'll see the figures for today, which is today is the 6th of March, and the figures for today are, as at this time, 6th of March, 359. You can see here, which is here. This is linked to a live feed from our other assets, live feed. and it changes, updates every few minutes. So 123,674, 123,674. So let's get that time in there. It's 4 o'clock now. 123,674, was it 674? 674 and 7 cents. 0.7. So that is a minus on yesterday. So that will stay red. That's minus 2,000 there. And this one overall, 171,368. 36. 171,368. 171,368. What was that? 368. 368. 368. 36. 36. 36. Okay, and that is probably minus 3,000 or so. 2,900. Okay, so it's an overall minus 2,900 yesterday, and that's fantastic. That's great. It just, you can expect the markets to go up and down, up and down, up and down, as long as they're going in an upward trajectory. That's the most important thing. Markets don't go in a straight line. They go up and down, like a staircase. But as long as the staircase is going upwards, that's fine. And you'll see, one of the things that people don't get about the market is something you have to go backwards in order to go forwards. It's just the way it goes. You go backwards before you go forward. And once you understand that, you develop the mental maturity to withstand these fluctuations and not panic. You see what I mean? And these are not just, this is, like I said, this is a special year. It's a very special time of the year. This, in the cycle of things, there are 4 years in this cycle, and there's year 1, year 2, year 3. We're in year 4 right now, and this is the final year of the cycle. And certain things happen in the cycle. That's why I'm extremely confident as to what's going to happen over the next 12 months. It's going to be phenomenal. So, and you're going to have plenty of ups and downs. You're going to see plenty of reds, but greens. You'll see more greens than red as we start to accelerate. So let's just save that. Did I save this onto today's date? Today's the 6th, isn't it? I should really save this. Anyway, I'll save it later. I'll save it later. I'm not going to save it now. So let's go back to share my screen. Stop share rather. So what I'll talk about today is understanding your wealth plan. Okay, your wealth plan for the future, because your wealth plan has got to change. Okay, it has to change from the traditional wealth plan that you have been using, that most people use. Most people don't use most people don't even have a wealth plan. They have a terrible plan. Okay, but even if you had a sensible wealth plan, it has to be updated, because we're in a different era right now. Started last year. We stepped into a different era, and those who have a weak wealth plan will be exposed. You see, and what it means is that you'll see weaknesses and cracks in the wealth plan that you have if it's not solid. And what do I mean by that? Basically, one of the things we teach at IamWealthyandRich.com, and remember, IamWealthyandRich.com, I am wealthy and rich doesn't mean me. Yes, I am wealthy and rich, and I use it for myself. I am wealthy and rich. It's actually an affirmation statement. So I say I am wealthy and rich, but you should say I am wealthy and rich. And before I continue, let me just tell you, I'll try and do it before I finish. So we have a personal development mindset, wealth and prosperity program, which is absolutely free to help anybody transform and turn 160 degrees their wealth mindset so that they can be on the road to success. And plus, it's, the first level investment strategy. But I should do the disclaimer, which I should have done in the beginning. I'm not a financial planner. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a CPA. I'm not an accountant. I'm not a regulated body. So these are just my own experiences. Always consult your financial planner or consultant. and understand that all investments carry risk. Okay, you could lose, all your money. You could lose. You may not get as much as you invested in the first place, or you can make terrific returns. Any of those scenarios can happen. So, but we make calculated risks, not just reckless risk, calculated risk, and that's what I'm doing for myself. I'm just showing you what's working for me. So it's up to you to make an informed decision. Do your research, do your due diligence, and make an informed decision. So with that out of the way, go on talking about the solid wealth. You see, business is great, and people should learn to run their personal finances as if they're running a business. Okay, should learn to run their personal finances as if they're running a business. You should run your home like a business. And what I mean by, you've got incomes and expenses, you've got a balance sheet. Things have got to balance out. You understand? Most people just spend anyhow and so on, and they find themselves way behind in debt and so on and so forth. But if you're spending correctly and you're checking what you're spending against what's coming in, and you're trying to increase what's coming in to increase, so that you've got a bit of a profit which goes into what you call savings, you're going ahead in the right way. But even that itself is not enough in this day and age. You've got to underpin, and this applies whether you're a business or whether you're an individual. Okay, as an individual, I'm talking to you as an individual, but if you're a business, a small business, medium business, the same principle applies. First of all, I love the statement. I understand the game of money and I play it well. And my mission is to teach people how to understand the game of money and play it well. And so your mission should be to understand the game of money and play it well. How to understand the game of money and play it well. That's what it says on our website. You need, in order to survive in this era that we have stepped into from last year, from the 2020 to, for the next decade, you cannot play the game the same way. You have to learn new strategies of playing the game of money. So your household finances or your business has to be underpinned, okay, with a solid foundation. If you're not underpinned with a solid financial foundation, you will suffer, you'll crumble, you'll go backwards. And there are many factors to this, and we teach it. Those who join our community, we teach that in more depth. But fundamentally, we're talking about understanding what is happening to money. Money is depreciating at an accelerating rate. Okay, it's depreciating and accelerating. So your purchasing power, the power, you go out to work in a business or in your job to earn money in order to be able to purchase things. Money gives you power, okay, to purchase things. But your purchasing power is getting weaker and weaker and weaker as the months go by. Never mind as the years go by. Before, it was as the years go by, it's getting weaker and weaker. Money is devaluing. Why? Because of the amount of money that they print. Okay, M1, M1, M2 money supply. I'm not going to get all technical here, but as they print more money, your purchasing power becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. So what it means is that if you had a £10,000 or $10,000, or say $20,000, let's say you had $20,000 or £20,000, in 5 years' time, that £20,000 or dollars will only be able to do what 10,000 could do. Okay, your purchasing power will be weaker. You'll only be able to buy 10,000's worth of stuff today. In 5 years' time, with that same 20, that's terrible. That's a terrible discount. You've been ripped off. All right. You expect if you've got 20,000, you should be able to buy 20,000's worth of stuff. Okay, but that 20,000 in 5 years' time, we'll only be able to buy 10,000 worth of stuff. Okay? And to be honest, it will continue to depreciate to the extent that in 10 years' time, you will only be able to buy about 2,000 worth of stuff. This is the game people are playing right now. Okay? That my purchasing power should be devalued by 90% in a decade. That is not a sensible game. How do you expect to survive? How do you expect to, yet alone get by, yet alone flourish? How do you even expect to get ahead? You can't even get, you'll be lucky if you even keep up. You won't even keep up. You'll be behind. If you're able to keep up, you'll be doing okay. But you don't even want to keep up. You want to get ahead. So why are you playing the game you're playing the game of falling behind, number one, is what most people are playing the game of falling behind. 90% devaluation. That's the game most people are playing right now. Some people are playing the game where they're going to keep up. So that 20,000 will be 20,000 in 10 years' time. Okay, that's satisfactory. But how about playing the game where that 20,000 is 200,000 in 10 years' time? Now that is someone who really understands the game of money and play it well. Okay, and there are going to be a minute elite, not elite, I won't use the word elite, a small percentage, the 5% people are going to be in this category. So, you know, some get maybe 10, 28, some maybe even more. But that's the game I'm playing. That's the game I want to teach you to play. Okay? How to understand the game of money and play it well. Not play it, most people are most people don't understand the game of money, and most people are playing it poorly. Poorly. I'm being frank here. And if you want to unsubscribe and don't like me, that's fine. I'm telling you the truth, what you need to hear, because you can't afford to play with your money. You can't depend on the government. It's not the government's job. The government's job is not to send you forward 10x. The government's job is to maybe keep you, you know, but they won't. They can't do it. They can't do it if they're printing money. You know, even to keep you just keeping up with 20s, they can't do it anyway. It's never happened. It's always gone backwards. So what's going to happen in the default system is your 20,000, whatever your wealth is going to devalue by approximately 90%. In worst case scenarios, some might devalue by 50%. Why even play the game of the minus? Why even play that game and be, oh, well, it's not that bad, I'm devalued by 30%. Why even play that game? As if you might, the only reason why you're playing that game is because you don't know that there are other alternatives. There are other solutions. Well, there are, okay? So anyway, that's it. Understand, learn. It's your responsibility, and it's our mission, but your responsibility to learn how to understand the game of money and play it well. And I want to teach you that. I want to give you access to the first level of that absolutely free, because people just need rescuing. And I'm not going to charge you to rescue you. Okay, I want you to actually have it absolutely free so that you can start putting it in place. First step, and you need to understand it works. So it's not a matter of, I'll do it, you know, you don't do it your way, you do it my way. Do it the way I teach you, because this works. Okay, so you log into our site, get the free information, apply it. The first step is the mindset, the wealth and prosperity mindset. Apply it exactly as I teach it, and then you learn the investment strategies that I use. If after you do due diligence and so on and so forth. Okay, remember, I'm not a financial planner, and investments are risky. It's my responsibility to say that. However, not risky for me. Okay, so it's totally your choice. But let me just do a quick share of the screen. So what I want you to do right now, just looking at me, is take action. Where's the Google? Okay, go to IamWealthyandRich.com. Okay, when you're on that site, okay, how to understand the game of money and play it well. Okay, you can watch some previous videos here, and I put certain videos here that myself, you know, that talk about various strategies where I find interesting that you would like as well. This is the form this is the magic form. Put in your name and email address, and then we make sure your email address is accurate, and we will immediately send you access to the free training. And you start the free training, give it time. This is a long-term thing, so don't apply it one day and say, well, nothing happened the day after. No, you continue day in, day out, day in, day. I have applied this training every day for the last, here we are in March, and I started on the 4th of February, 2020. So I have applied it every day, day in, day out for the last 13 months. Okay, so, and it's moving and things are changing. And it went from 0 to where things are right now. And that's just one of the investment portfolios. So if it can happen for me, it can happen for you. Apply it. And I'm not saying it would take you a year to see change. You probably start seeing change in a few months, maybe 6 months or so. It would take time. You have to apply it diligently. It's not an overnight get rich thing. Okay, this is not about get rich quick overnight success stuff. This is about gradually changing what have taken you decades to get into. Where you are, it took you decades to get to where you are today. So you're not going to change it overnight, but it's not going to take you decades to change. Okay, that's the good thing. So get in there, get the information, and I will speak to you soon. Okay, have a wonderful day. And remember, I am wealthy and rich, and you are wealthy and rich. Have a great day. Bye.